Over the past 18 years, you've helped empower a range of highly driven individuals. What were the common traits and challenges they share?
You know, I have been so fortunate. I have had amazing, amazing clients. They have typically been real high performers. They've loved their work, and they've been really good at their work too. They're passionate about their work. And they all, the common trait they had, they all want to make a difference for themselves and others. What are the common challenges? You know, even the best of us have challenges, consistently. I would say the common challenges are usually things that keep us stuck, getting us out of our old default settings and finding new, more effective settings.
Were some of those the same challenges you faced?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Human nature is human nature. I had very similar challenges. You know, old ways of doing things that I thought were working, but they really weren't working. For instance, you know, a default setting of maybe a level of defensiveness or that wasn't effective, a level of arrogance, or needing to be the smartest person in the room. Darling, that just doesn't work, right? And it doesn't endear you to people. Yeah, I had very similar challenges.
How did you overcome those challenges?
You know, I started watching other people and their effectiveness. And as they say, communication is a response you get from other people. Well, I was watching how effective they were and thinking, I want what they're having. You know, I read a ton of books. I sought out professional insights. And I think most importantly, I put a lens up to me and said, if something needs to get better, it needs to start right here.
You're known for the 4 quadrants of leadership. How did that come about?
The 4 quadrants of leadership came about really after some soul searching. You know, in the consulting business, you think of your areas of expertise as practice areas: strategy development, change management, execution, and coaching. And they seemed, even for 18 years, well, although I changed it recently, they seemed like disparate, siloed areas, when in fact, all along, I've always viewed them as very, very fluid. I found that the 4 quadrants of leadership, their nature is very interrelated. They do flow beautifully from one to the other. It's like the circle of life, in a way. And what's so cool is, for the 4 quadrants of leadership for me, it gives me a way as a diagnostic, I can listen differently with my clients. I can hear where their problems are sitting within the 4 quadrants of leadership. So I can bridge them. You know, it's also fascinating too, with the 4 quadrants of leadership, I can come into a client situation in any of them at any point in time and almost continue the rest of the loop to keep sharpening the other areas.
I'm sure that the viewers would like to know more about each of the 4 quadrants of leadership. But first, for leaders to receive the full value of you and your company's services, what is required of them?
Honesty. You know, honesty about what's working and what's not working. Being really willing to be open to saying, you know, we're making great strides here, we're not making great strides over here. A willingness to be coached. A willingness to really turn yourself inside out sometimes. A willingness to make changes in the organization that might be difficult too.
Empowering companies in the pursuit of excellence nicely sums up the results. And since your 4 quadrants of leadership is a primary tool used in achieving those results, could you tell the viewers something about?
Sure. Let's start with strategy development. What's fascinating about strategy, you know, the outcome, the output is a strategic framework, a roadmap, a description of the future state with clear priorities, initiatives. As a consultant, what's so fascinating about strategy development is not only do I bring a real clear process to get to a actionable strategic plan. It's within the process, watching leaders and developing their skills to really be better critical thinkers, because at the end of the day, strategy development, strategic thinking is really critical thinking. And there's a little bit of a dearth of critical thinking going on there. So in the service of developing a strategy, I find it's really wonderful to help leaders learn how to sharpen, shape, and frame the conversation, to really go deeper, to challenge the status quo, challenge assumptions, think about scenarios that they really should be thinking about, and being able to more quickly and more deeply consider issues. Let's talk about change management. Well, honestly, I think it's one of the juiciest topics you can talk about. Change management is really, it's the bridge between strategy and execution, right? It's about ending what was and beginning what will be. Managing change is managing transition. That's in between ending what was and beginning what will be. What's also fascinating about change is managing transition. Something to really think about, though, is change is situational. It's factual. It's like a new CEO, a new location, a new strategy, new processes. That's change. What we're talking about is transition. That's from ending what was to beginning what will be. That's the river between. That's the bridge between strategy and execution, right? That's about managing the human issues that people are going through and the processes that they work in, right? Change is intensely personal and it's relentlessly systemic. They're bookends, and you really need to look at both sides of that to be effective in change. Execution. You know, fundamentally, execution is about delivering on the promise of your strategy. You got a strategy, that's great. Execution is about bringing it home. It's about making it happen. Execution is about translating the strategy into actionable terms for anyone sitting at their desk saying, I see my fit. I see a clear line of sight from what I'm doing to where we're going. It's about bringing home measurable results. Coaching. Wow. Fundamentally, coaching is about making better and more effective choices. Even the best have coaches. The best athletes have coaches. The best CEOs have coaches. Every day, I have a coach, and I'm a coach, by the way. Why do they have coaches? Coaches have the ability to see possibilities for yourself that you just simply can't see. Coaches are committed to your success no matter what. Coaching is as much about staving off failure as it is about ensuring success. So it's not only for folks who need to really improve some of their skills, get unstuck, build their self-esteem, it's also for high performers that just need that edge to go to the next level, right? It's about the person who just got a promotion or is thinking about a promotion. It's about the person who's thinking about getting a new job and have to get in touch with, do you know your top 5 strengths? Do you know what you're really good at? Are you prepared for that interview to blow them away? Coaching has so many opportunities. I think of coaching as kind of the river that runs through it.
What one piece of advice would you like to give to viewers?
Oh, the piece of advice, it's kind of a combination of things. It starts out with get out of your comfort zone. Just simply get out of your comfort zone. Take risks. Be willing to make mistakes, because if you don't, those are really lost opportunities, right? Get in over your head and enjoy.